OKFM 101.7.
Honorable Inusah Fuseini, former MP for Tamale Central. Honorable Mimwaji. Me wo ya na wo so eh.
Oh, me wo ya na afisha pa wo nti wantia.
Afin commentary afisa say na enkwane ahoden enso ewo ho. Yeah.
Amen.
Alaji na mabawo nchen a Auditor General's report. If we bring now parliament no ni ade nyina ebeba we make fees about them and nothing is done. After Sebia Public Accounts Committee kura ama directive say we nye say yen free wo ade ntire ya na man basa.
Oh, institutional mechanisms na weak. Institutional mechanisms are weak. Now, I don't think they are weak because of excessive partisanship. Now, who say the persons who constituted the management team of the COVID-19 fund, are closely related to the Nana Akufo-Addo, and are closely related to the NPP. And that fund, whereas because we were to look for people who will hold government accountable and who are prepared to make themselves accountable and responsible. Nanti the president any Crawfordia omo painu omo ye the busuafo omo ye the danfofo they can't hold him accountable so omo say omo ndi sika we a omo ntime refuse. So that is why I'm saying that all the problems we are having today is because of the worst management situation that we have in this country. Worst management situation. How come say COVID-19 funds were given to private institutions at the expense of public institutions? How come that a facility in Adaflo, Omu Renti would have put it to use? Is it not dissipation of resources?
Sure.
How come that Ministry of Health only cheer for vaccines when we have not gotten the vaccine? How? And so this is because of the institutional weakness. Now, when institutions are weak and corrupt, they don't deliver development and prosperity.
Way. Say Public Accounts Committee now these revelations are made. Ebasa ya na ke ho asade Attorney General and a special prosecutor. So obehwe say per the revelations in any directives be a Public Accounts Committee de be ma no e bia obetimi ahwe say we me say charge wo mu no wo matimi disca number ba akukura wa ha ene daily guide e de aba Macro Structures Limited, a construction firm, was awarded a contract of 50 million Ghana cedis for the design, construction, and equipment of Nalerugu Treatment and Holding Center in the Northeast region. Has been accused of abandoning site after taking 30% of the money. Or this can 30%, 50 million. What do you call?
That is exactly what I'm saying. I know one. Who is the owner of that company? Who is behind that company? How did the company win the contract? How come that they advance the company money? How come? Because we pay in arrears, not in advance. Now we a contractor, now we say 1 year demand. You have to work and the government will pay you.
By the mobilization.
How come that he was given mobilization? Why was he given mobilization? So these are the questions that we need to ask. I can tell you on authority, say, the Auditor General's report is just a scratch of the surface.
Wow.
I'm telling you, if you do a forensic investigation into how the COVID funds were used, How? So what I'm saying is that even with that, even with that lax management style of the the management team of the corporate fund, just look at what the Auditor General has found. Dissipation, wanton dissipation of state resources. Wanton. And go back again. Let me work parliament now. I was part of a team that wrote a letter to the Auditor General to look at the establishment of the fund. Who can say, only state institutions, or most of the people who contribute, most of the institutions that contributed into the fund were state institutions. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Where did they get the budget to do that? Where did they get the budget to do that? Because any state institution, any public institution, or this according to budget. And when we were given budgetary allocations to public institutions, more contingency for the purposes of contributing into funds like that. So infinity to the dorsal, infinity to the dorsal. Infinity to the dorsal. And this government, when you want to talk to it, they are excessively intolerant, very arrogant, lazy. They don't want to think outside the box. And what of all corrupt? That is why we are where we are. I mean,
what is a contributing factor to the doldrums of the economy? Are you with me?
Exactly. When the debt is settled, you will work out how much, even by the Auditor General's report, how much has been lost to the state. In there, we want to give haircuts to individual bondholders who are patriotic enough to have given their money to the government for the development of the country. I don't see that we are reversing patriotism. People now, many people I have spoken to, let alone investing in government bonds.
But as I said, yes, Association of Banks and one money are buying, I said 2023 coupon rate in 5%. Me who said let na ababonting.
Minia. It's after the fact. Yes, Obi Menu no time so many years ago. The late Obi Menu, the lawyer of Sinjani, or say repeating mistakes is not experience. Who now in your intro, meeting say who can say, even in the levy, the finance minister refused to engage. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Where to do? He refused to engage.
The question, you question back on me,
Cathedral see he refused to engage.
Honorable, and yes. He does things unilaterally, and now say or consulting him because he levy a buy a backlash in a buy no a fair and no sensitization no coaching sir debt exchange program he buy and no we some individual bondholders in here snitty for near 1 year a fair and no question or makwatana. Why is that the he tries to put the cart before the horse?
Into the record say repeating mistakes is not experience. And now repeating mistakes is experience. Dabi, who you are first and then the first too. This minister Ken Ofori Atta has been working as if he's the Methuselah of this country. Always, we just go back and review again the oil. And very, very condescending. Very, very condescending.
101.7.
Now, which minister? Hey, Ghana, that's some whole. Minister, wouldn't you say you were Public Financial Management Act? Wouldn't you say?
Sure.
What's that? You say you were Fiscal Responsibility Act?
Sure.
Fiscal Responsibility Act, and yes, sir, every time the finance minister presented budget on the economy, Obama over reporting on debt sustainability level. Inka oyesa, inka ya hundada. Said they call in the Busia Bono, ever higher in future. Inka ya how come that the 6 years that the finance minister has been presenting budget 1 year debt sustainability report? I then on Mbrano. I then on the Mbrano chief. It's impunity. Impunity. It didn't take us by surprise. Our present state didn't come to you by surprise.
Huh?
It didn't come to you by surprise because Mekai said last year, patriotic Ghanaians were signing a petition saying, Mayam go Busiambio. Okay.
Aye.
Yes.
But obviously, sir, bunch of the blame no. Yet even François, finance minister, because he was with a team.
Oh, he worked with the team. Who introduced me as former MP. Yes, sir.
Pa.
So, in Parliament, who is the face of the team? Who is the face of the team?
The face of the team, media, sir, a better majority leader.
No, a finance minister.
Ah, okay.
A finance minister. The economic management team is now see where and take their policy decisions. Finance minister now over communicating. And Parliament, you debate budget now. You raise loopholes how the budget will not meet the expectations. And see, you can't say no. Okoma economic management team no. Almost suti ana. Yes, one might say that yes, the finance minister is not wholly blamable. This government itself is wholly blamable. Let alone the economic management team. This government, yeah, kasa ye bo busuano, dema na na kofa dukaye. Oti ye obi abo busuanti, oti omusu ko busuan. Yes, I know kaye. And I won't kai.
Mekai.
Yes, but this is the same person. This is the same person in opposition. What our country has said, a busuan kwa na ebo. This is the same person or a minister in this government.
By a
your car say a bushia bonkwa the 16-year-old boy. What my assume what my akuram my umai. Nana is a fiction. It's a fiction. You know that? It's a fiction. Because before he came into power, now obviously this is the president that we need to have. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. So you see, he has been exposed. He has been exposed as a fiction. Fiction.
Now, on the way, sir, every move from Bang na musumu de ko ye IMF na ye the baby e koduru ye samuna mo ba ye na ka Russia Ukraine na COVID e be ba ye ansa na Russia Ukraine ba enka how would you manage things differently?
Oh, Russia Ukraine perfect and expose our poor economic management strategy. Millions kasa no kai. In the 2020 budget, confirmed budget, there's a line in the introduction. Your car said, Minister Kasa Car said, Prophet has exposed the underlying vulnerabilities of our economy. What you saying?
Na ke say economy na nye ba COVID ba na abeyi pie.
On a one second budget, 2020 budget. In the terms here, they said the economy is robust. No, almost depends Peter painted a danger AFC. They were whitewashing the situation. And people saw it. Many people in this country saw it. Who's not radio station? The level of waste, the level of recklessness, the level of, passion project. Their end we and Magana. Who complain here? They have no more. On mind here, who Maya, you must take everybody's view into consideration because on my mind, yes, I know and you know. On my mind,
okayfm.
That is why you must take a broad section of views, a cross section of views into consideration. But we didn't say it in this government. This government has different partisanship in this country. And it's seeking to control, apart from the executive, because parliament they want to make, because it's now 137. It's seeking to control the judiciary in addition to the executive. That is a danger to our democracy. Hello?
Alaji.
Yes.
Enye one say. Ka we no say bianka special prosecutor bet me take the matter up. Per the revelations are
this is the first step. The Auditor General is an officer of Parliament.
Officer of Parliament?
Yes, in the sense that he must bring the report to Parliament. So, Parliament will have to consider it and call all the people involved to come and answer questions. If they are unable to answer the question, the Constitution says that they must be charged. They must be charged. So the first step is for Parliament to look into the Auditor General's report. The Auditor General on fair report no encoma president or the report no encoma Parliament. The 1% on your officer of Parliament. What we can say is part of the checks and balances, the regime of checks and balances. The president appoints the Auditor General, but when the Auditor General does his work, he submits the report to Parliament, not the president.
Special prosecutors want to be mem.
But this is the prima facie, the beginning of the process. The beginning of the process where we have, for instance, Nalilegu Adi construct a holding center in Nalilegu at 15 million. YG mobilization at 4.5. YG only 10%. Now abandon the site. 4.5 is more than 10% of 15 million. It's about 30% of 15 million. YG, baby. Why a Juma less than 10%? So, are they corruptible things? Does it show corruption? How did that fellow get the contract? Who were the supervisors? How come that he was not forced to go back to site? Have they retrieved the money from him? So, it raises questions. So, special prosecutor can be interested in such things because work or rent a facility for 25 years at a whopping 27 million.
Now, maybe I don't facility, no? 25 years, not just a come here, say every year beyond a 1 million.
Yeah. So
for 25 years and not covering that so.
Again, Minia, Minister of Health. But even on this radio, on this platform, what my calculation says, the reason that went in was that if So every year 1 million. What facility is that? Who did the survey? One or estimated the rental cost? One or yeah. I mean, what take insurance premium? I'm a health worker. Now 1G insurance no. Premium no 1G. There's no evidence that what your insurance no would G the policy. And you know that the policy is the contract between the insured and the insurer. 1G. So is there a contract?
No.
Is there a contract?
No.
No.
Now, total be waha. How monies were expended? 21 billion 844 million 189,000. COVID 21 billion.
And then Gabriel should say at the beginning of the COVID of time, say countries and governments should not take advantage of COVID to dissipate the resources of their country. Okay. Gabriel Sus, the Director General of World Health Organization. Okay. Because on himself, we will have reckless government who will dissipate the resources of their country. So he looked into the crystal ball.
Hey, on my way. Hey, I remember na before ye ni mubuo. And I say a trim na ye ding. And now what?
No. Yenim ebu yentim kasa yenim. But your interest, you put your personal interest ahead of the national interest. And obia say I can give you many examples. Make Mr. Say, I know a minister who is now contested to be NPP flag bearer, who in 2000 could not buy fuel into Nana Akufo-Addo's car, let alone his car. People were contributing to buy fuel into his car and Nana Akufo-Addo's car.
Hey!
And today, Officer on my name.
Sabra na odi na na do achi.
Aye.
Ultimate of fuel.
Ultimate of fuel. Anyami na kayo in discussions somewhere in NPP discussing somewhere. Okay, I mean, this is sad for Ghana. And nobody can ask that person even on your Ghana.
Maybe I didn't the Abusa penny na didn't di no. Omo go do fie.
Okay. Yeah, sir.
Hey.
Yes. Me na want hey.
Now, how do you cure
a dream? Because it doesn't make sense. Then nobody can tell, hey, my friend, stay off. We have just made you a minister for 6 years. You have gotten enough money to run for president.
As a bit me can just stay off.
Yes.
But maybe you don't have any shred of evidence or whatsoever against the person.
Oh, I'll give you the evidence. In 2000, he couldn't buy fuel into his car and Nana Akufo-Addo's car. That's the evidence. Today, the evidence again is that he's contesting to be flag bearer. And you know what it means. Even the filing fee alone.
Wow. Minister.
Yes, sir.
Say, a baby a bar. Oh, ya bar. You do emu batum wemu diska wemu say. A bar ni baby ya. Yenti bibi abim. Does it mean so onu so aba no obedi bia na what? What is that?
You see, what for me, that is why I'm really advocating for constitutional review. Because it gives my dream frame say what we have in Ghana today is constitutional democracy. But
what does that mean? What that woman?
Because constitutional government. You have to follow the constitution to be able to establish a government. It's a constitutional democracy. And the constitution says multi-party. The constitution says parties must conduct their activities in accordance with democratic principles. So the only way we are establish a government is by the constitution. You cannot establish a government other than through the constitution. And when you do so, you have a constitutional democracy. It's different from a monarchical regime. So it's different from a dictatorship in the sense that or military dictatorship in the sense that why you coup at Nazi. Any government in Ghana today must be established pursuant to the constitution. But we don't have constitutionalism. And constitutionalism, if you want, is checks and balances. That look, there are institutions of state which are supposed to deliver development and prosperity. Auditor General's report is one, or Auditor General's office is one such institution. Is it fair, transparent, accountable in assessing how government spends our revenue? About Parliament. Parliament is also one such critical institution. Is Parliament strong enough to hold the executive accountable in the use of our resources, because Omonoya keepers of the fence? Police, when somebody who walks in the corridors of power, can the police look into his face, arrest him, process him for court, and try him? Do we have such institutions? Customs, can they say that, well, even though this import is by somebody who is very powerful in this government, that person must pay the requisite tax? Because do you see what is happening to Sunak in Britain?
Yeah. One more seat belt. I'm a fine.
So, apart from that, now time the oil tax minister, finance minister, one tier appropriate tax. Now almost charging. That is not reason a problem.
Wow.
For him, because you can't be a tax minister collecting our taxes and not pay your tax. You understand? So they charge the tax authorities. These are what the things that we need in this country. People should be bold. The institutions should be bold, courageous to hold public officials accountable, including themselves. Because how many how come that you have given money to people to provide hot meal? There is Jofel and some other caterers who are providing it. What went into the selection of Jofel? What went into it?
Oh, say Jofel, dear. Obi anim say na dia na yede.
I've eaten there before, but I'm saying that what went into it? Did we get value for money? Did we get value for money?
Mate. Hey. Anyway, I may you want say at the end of it now everybody will be left off the hook.
That's what I'm saying. When the institutions of state are weak, you don't have confidence. Just 2 days ago, the Federal Investigation Bureau at Biden's house, retrieving documents which we were not supposed to take away. Can you tell me which security officer can go into Nana Akufo-Addo's house to check his library?
Maybe a pair of laws, and this
No, the problem is that the laws are there. The problem is that the laws are there. But partisanship, weakness of the institutions, corruption, Obi one drew the position of being appointed to a position, but because of political connections, someone appointed over her. Take the case of the PPE man who was doing contract for sale. When he was at Ghana Water Company, what removed him from that place? Underperform. Procurement breaches. Yes, sir. And then Nana Akufo-Addo comes and puts him there as somebody who was indicted for procurement breaches has now been made head of the procurement authority. I don't know. This is why that institution was weak. This is why it was weak. Because that person was on the other hand was already known as somebody corruptible.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to stand up. We need to rise up. Ghana definitely is sitting on a lot of resources. But those resources become meaningful for the development of this country if they are put to good use. And the only way they can be put to good use is when we become vigilant and hold those who spend those resources accountable.
Okay. Okay. Honorable, Madasi Anope.
And that's it.
I'm more official panso.
Well, I feel committed.
That's a power. Honorable Alhaji Inusah Fuseini, former MP for Tamale, and the MA Tricom, okay, 101.7. So it is.
OKFM 101.7.